What's up? Whoever's popping in here? We got four up in here. What up? What up? What up? We got Dante, we got Zach, we got Don, and what's going on? How you guys doing, man? Hope everybody's doing well. Smash. Of course I made it, dude. I'm gonna get my stream in before the day is over. But I wanted to wait till BITG's time. I'm not sure if you guys are completely off yet. You've been on live for a while. I'm breaking my case tomorrow for the. I saw your DM. I apologize, Dante. I haven't really had a chance. Just been busy, man. I'm good, man. Having a few drinks. What up, Greg? How you doing, brother? Just hanging out, man. Hanging low. I know some of you guys were like a little leery, Twitter or whatever. You hadn't seen me live because I usually go live between 5 and 6, but I knew it wasn't gonna work. I didn't want to do a drive stream like I always have lately. Um, so I don't know, bro. I mean, it's still 40 minutes before midnight here, so I'm still in the same day, but it just didn't work. I didn't want to do a drive stream like I did last time, in the car, fucking driving, trying to pay attention to you guys and the chat. It's just too much. So I was driving, I was doing what I had to do to get up here. Having a great time. All good, brother. You need Facebook so we can come hang out. Um, I don't do Facebook, bro. Like, here's the thing. I'm going to give you my little take on Facebook. So I had Facebook years ago, like years and years and years ago, like when I went through my divorce, when I went through everything. And I, and I don't want to feel like I'm insulting anybody, but I consider Facebook, I call it fake book. And here's why I call it fake book, because I feel like a lot of people on there try to perceive themselves like they have this perfect life and they don't have any issues, like they're in the perfect marriage or perfect relationship. And that's not how life is. Like anybody that's in an actual real relationship knows that it's like a war. It's like a battle. Like love is a battle. And for some who like just always paint a perfect picture, you're painting the wrong persona. You're painting the wrong image, and they never tell you about the bad. Or there's somebody that's all they do is talk about negative. So that's one thing I got myself away from that years ago, like when I wasn't even associated with Twitter, and I just have a hard time with it. I mean, you can still find that on Twitter, but it's tough, man. I just try to stay away from that stuff. I did create a LinkedIn account for Defness45 because I feel like it is a good angle for business. So anybody else out there who is a influencer, Rip and Gypsy, if you guys don't have a Smash, if you guys don't have a LinkedIn yet, I'd advise you guys to do that because it's another avenue that you can look to gain more followers and put your link in there for Facebook and whatnot. What's better for the hobby, Twitter or Insta? Twitter. You know what? I hear so much about Instagram. I think it's all good. I think you can put it all together. The problem is what I hear from Insta is there's a lot more scammers in Instagram. Like a lot more people are scamming on Instagram than I hear from Twitter. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely going to be scammers on Twitter. You're going to find scammers on Twitter, but I hear that it's a lot heavier in Instagram than it is Twitter. What's up, Chickasaw? How you doing, brother? Lynch Cards, how you doing, my man? The thing I hate about YouTube Live is it always on the phone. It always goes down. You really want to know what's better for the hobby? Less scammers. Yeah, I mean, Twitter would be the better route. You're never going to get yourself away from scammers. Never. I mean, it's somebody's going to be out to do something, right? And shout out, what's up, Joe? Shout out to whoever won that Riviera card that I sent out for the 24-hour stream. My boy BITG said that he saw that the person is selling it because it's the exact numbered card. That's fine. Like, anybody's able to do whatever they want to do with the card, right? You win a card, you can sell it, you can do whatever you want with it. So shout out to that person, but I could have swore the person who won it felt like it was the card, like one of the cards they wanted for their PC. So no scammers on. Yeah, MySpace still rocking, baby. You know what's funny is that I went to my MySpace a couple years ago, and I only went on there. It was still like available to go to pull a bunch of old photos. Like I had tons of awesome photos of like the kids, like when they were little, like my oldest daughter and son. You could find old photos, so it was sweet. So where is deafness? Yeah, undisclosed. No, I'm back. I'm actually up. I'm back up in Duluth, to be honest with you, right now. So it's all good. Word smash. Let's head over there. Yeah, yeah, right. So maybe another hot tub stream. I do have a jacuzzi again. I love it up here, man. What's up, Striker? Look at Striker popping in here too. My man Striker. We got smashing here, ripping. We got Striker breaks. We got some great people with a hobby in this little stream, man. BITG right behind Striker. Look at that. Clean. Like, this is what I like. You know what I mean? And what's cool, I talked about this a little bit too before. It's cool to see someone like BITG have a lot of knowledge about Striker. I want to talk about this a little bit because this is a very interesting topic for me. Okay, I've always told you guys my angle in the hobby, and I know that Rippin' Gypsy, who I support as well, is big about this, about networking, right? So if you go to Rippin's page as well, they have like myself, they have Goats Card Breaks, they have Card Warehouse, they have Midwest Box Breaks. They have a lot of different people that they support and sponsor. And I think that's very, very cool. And I think that's a positive push in the hobby. Just the same as Striker. Striker, so BITG knew a lot about Striker, right? Remember when Striker was on the 24-hour stream and he came in and we did the in-depth? BITG was dropping the comments about Strikers, like Notorious Case and this and that. That's what I love. Yeah, shout out Trenchcoat guy. But that's what I love. And that's what the hobby should be. It should be more about networking each other and trying to help each other and trying to push each other. Because the more that you guys do, as much as competition is good, you can still be competing against each other. Competition is great, but networking is even better, right? Why couldn't you take communities, right, that are with one person? Are you at Granny? No, I'm not at Granny's place. No, I'm at a nice hotel. I mean, here. You want to see? Look at jacuzzi right there. I'm definitely not at Granny's place. Um, but friendly competition is the way to go, and keep it in friendly, right? And I'm not saying that every breaker, every company has to be buddy buddy with each other, but why can't people help each other, right? If especially if people are breaking at different times throughout different days, maybe sometimes they overlap, but they break at the same times. Why couldn't one community support the other community? It's kind of like, why don't you tell my friends to tell your friends that we can be friends, right? Dang. Oh, I always stay in style, Derby. Uh, I love his value series. Yeah, I mean, Striker with the value series, dude. I mean, what do you crush for dinner? Tonight, I just had fast food on the way here. It wasn't anything crazy. Tomorrow night will be something good. We'll probably do Outback or something. Um, gotta eat good. Gotta eat good. But back to the networking thing. Like, if you guys haven't already known, like my whole mentality is network mentality, 100%. There is a million breakers that I support that I like. I think there's room for every one of them. I know that some people want to be very loyal to a certain one, and there's nothing wrong with loyalty, but you can still be loyal and you can still support other breakers, people that you like or people that you jive with, right? Um, but again, I would urge other breakers. I mean, hell, let's put it this way. Let's say Striker and BITG. Okay? So Rip and Gypsy, they're part of that no, they're not open. They're part of that they're part of that just whatever they call it, the Breaker Club or whatever. So they got Carter House, they got Midwest Box Breaks, they got Rip and Gypsy, who I all love. And then you could take Striker Breaks and like BITG and maybe even like classic. And I'm not saying you guys do this, but I'm just throwing out things out there. But like you take classicpackbreaks.com, who is just a pack breaker. They don't really do group breaks. And you make another network as well. But then you guys all support each other in one way or another. You don't have to go out and shout out each other all the time. You don't have to be dropping people's other link all the time. But I can tell you that you're going to get better feedback overall as a broad if you're a team player. And growth will come either way, but I feel like growth can be so much more and can be so much broader on a network mentality, if you know what I'm saying. We got 19 people up in here. Yeah, Break Club. Yep. California has food delivery from whatever you. Yeah, we get food delivery. So I've had shit. I ordered Outback last week. I had a steak delivered to me like on Wednesday or Tuesday night. Any restaurant will send you food. There's not a problem with getting food from a restaurant around here. It's just they're not open. Like you can't go and sit down and have a good meal. There's nowhere to go and just sit down and have a sit down meal and eat what you want. You can go through any drive through. You can Grubhub or DoorDash or Uber Foods, I guess, whatever. I was born post or two. I ain't got much growing left to do. Well, chicken, yeah, chicken side. You're just, you know, you're a good member of the community. You're not really out there doing breaks. They want the business for carry out. How much better do you feel? Yeah, how much better do you feel physically now that you did at the end? Peds, I feel a million times better, bro. But at the same time, like, oh, by the way, shout out to Zach Hall, Zach's Card Breaks. He dropped me a 24-hour stream highlights video, and I wanted him to add a few things. He asked if I want anything added, so I told him to add a few things. I should have his edited video by later tonight, and I should be able to upload it probably tomorrow. If not, it'll be uploaded when I get back after the weekend. But it's going to have basically all the highlights of all the giveaways, kind of the break highlights, the end of the stream highlight, the whole 9 yards. So you guys can watch it within like 15, 20 minutes. So shout out Zach's Card Breaks. Used to be Zachary Hall. He took it upon himself to do it, but obviously I feel much better. It is fun going into other breakers and talking about big peoples. It hypes. Yeah, absolutely, man. And that's one thing, and that's where I've seen your guys' growth. You guys being very active in the community. Now, Striker and BITG, like they're naturals in the point of like I don't know. It's who they are. It's how they are. It's what they do. I'm not saying that they need to partner with anybody. I'm not saying they need to get with anybody. But man, how much bigger could things be? And again, I'm not saying they're wrong if they never do or whatever. There's no thing against them. I just wonder where things in the hobby in general could be, right? You know, it's been amazing for me for the last few weeks to the month. People who have had maybe problems or issues with me where it seems like we're starting to close that gap and we're starting to get over the stupid, silly shit and just move forward and realize that, hey, you know what, it was stupid, it was dumb, it was this, it was that, and try to move forward. Are you breaking anything? I'm not breaking anything, Joe. I'm just hanging out, man. I'm not a breaker, bro. I'm a networker. Striker was interesting. I regret what I named my son now. Yeah. Yeah, that was good, man. You picked up on that. Majestic, what's up, man? BIGG has the Moose Factor. Moose ran away to join the circus. Probably did, bro. That's just how it is. Paul BIGG has the Moose Factor. Yep. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss. Yeah, so it's like it's going to be a 15 to 20 minute clip. I think it was about 11 minutes when I watched it. The first one he sent me, and he said, let me know what you want. You want to add anything? You want to change anything? And I said, yeah, you need to edit this. You need to add this. So once we get that in, um, I'll get it dropped. Again, guys, what's up, Camden? Again, I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing great, man. I'm out of town, living it up, living life. Um, Again, there's going to be my interview with the Sports Car Nation podcast dropping within the next probably week. Once it does, it was a great interview. Once it does, I'll get you guys all the link. He is actually going to be on In Depth on June 1st, so I'm going to flip the tables on him, and he's going to be in the hot seat. He's been doing podcasts, all sorts of different podcasts in the hobby for many, many, many years. I think I'm like episode 80, and this is something he started like a year ago. This new podcast. So he's been doing it, like I said, 30, 40, 30, 30, 30, 35 years, I think, is what he's been in the hobby doing podcasts and different things. And he's got like 3 or 4 different things he runs. So that'll be dropping. Again, I'll get you guys the link once I have it. And yeah, man, I just wanted to check in with you guys again, get my stream in for the day, so I make sure. What was your beverage of choice tonight? So I'm drinking Captain and Cokes tonight. It's typically my weekend drink of choice. I had a shot of Fireball earlier, but Captain Cokes, pretty steady. I don't know what number drink I'm on, but I'm not worried about getting up early tomorrow or do anything. My oldest son is taking care of Zoe because he had to work all weekend anyway, and he works in Egan, in the town that I live in. So he stays with me when he works on the weekends. He'll go back and see his mom on Sunday for Mother's Day, and the rest of the kids and girls are with their mom for the weekend, spending it with them. So, dude, I tried orange vanilla Captain the other day mixed with orange vanilla Coke. Cheers, that's right, brother. Not bad, actually. Yeah, I haven't really tried any other kind of. I mean, I pretty much just do the regular spiced rum Captains, but probably hit the jacuzzi here in a little bit. Man, we're up to 20, and what time is it? It's late night. It's late night with Defness. It's the after hours. But what's going on, Mikey Sevens? How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well, man. Just getting a quick stream in, giving you guys an update. I would have streamed earlier, but I didn't want to give you a car stream, and that was the time frame before BITG went live, so I just left it be. Figured I'd sneak this in at the end of the night and say what's up. I already showed you guys, didn't I? I mean, we pretty much. So, yeah, glad to see you guys too, man. I know some people messaged me, but I even put a thing on community post. I'd stream later. Remember that I had a binder that I was going to toss. Oh, 15 punished, 15. Is this something you'd want? Or, yeah, man, for sure, bro. Reach out to me. Twins? Definitely, Eric. Definitely get a hold of me. Send me an email. Maybe somebody can drop my email in the chat. I'm on my mobile right now, so he can reach out to me. But I'd definitely be interested. Um, yeah. So you know, just doing what I can do, man. Just living life, enjoying it. You know. Um, I talked about this a little bit before, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit again. But I am thinking about actually dropping or doing a like a tell all video basically of kind of my user years and drugs and whatnot, and but actually going all in. And I've had somebody reach out to me too about helping me write a book. So who knows where things are going to go, but doing well. Just got an eBay pickup of a flawless. Damn, for $30, that's sick, dude. Congratulations, brother. Giving away a Tory Hunter Gold Auto. If you want to check it out, I will definitely check it out, brother. Peds. I don't know that I'm gonna remember it when I get it right off the stream, but if you can bring some attention to me some other way, I'll try to make sure that I can get at it for sure. So yeah, Eric, just send me an email. Drop an email there. The mystery iPhone Joe dropped my email. I appreciate that, brother. So, but what time is it, guys? What time is it right now? It's not quite midnight yet. So, I appreciate that, Beds. Yeah, just drop me an email, then that way I can get it. People have been asking. I brought it up too. I have shipped out packages. I shipped out anything. If somebody won something like one of the big cards from Twitter for the 24-hour giveaway, if I had their information, I already shipped it. If they were in any of the free breaks, I have to sort the free breaks still when I get back. That'll be worked on beginning of the week next week when I get back home. But from auctions, from breaks, from any of that stuff, all that stuff will ship out next week. It'll all be sorted. It'll all be taken care of. You guys will all get that. So, um, if you're looking or you're wondering, that'll all get out. If I would have been home this weekend, it would all went out. But I decided to take advantage of this weekend being Mother's Day and my kids all being with their mother and my son having to work so he could just take care of Zoe. Just nice getaway. So that's about it, man. That's all I really got going on right now. I don't have a lot like off the top of my head to discuss. Anybody else got anything for me? 11:47. Will do. Nice. Just trying to follow up on chat. So again, guys, yeah, happy Mother's Day, right? Yeah, happy Mother's Day, all the mothers out there. So again, I did a tweet too about if anybody wanted to. Well, my mom already got her flowers today. She sent me a photo. They wouldn't deliver on Sunday for some reason. Saturday or Sunday. The last couple of years they do it on Mother's Day, whatever day it fell on. So over the years, but she got her flowers today. I got them ordered a couple days ago. So she got them today, and I'll call her on Sunday. But yeah, guys, make sure you do take care of your mother. I did put a tweet out about if somebody is struggling or can't afford to get their mom flowers, I'd like to help somebody out and make that happen. If you just absolutely can't do it, if you're struggling, whatever. Um, I think it's important. I know how important mine is to me. I know how important, especially my dad not being around much at all. I know how important that is. I mean, she pretty much played both roles in my life. So, shout out to the moms for real, for real, for real. But yeah, if anybody needs help with that, or was that a bald joke? I don't know. Was somebody stabbing at me on the baldness? Maybe. Oh yeah. Hold on, not too late. Oh, nah, man, you're not late at all. The card collector. We're just kind of wrapping up here. Feels like I'm losing people anyway, so we're probably gonna about end this. We're 25 minutes in. Again, I didn't really have anything special for you. What's up, zombie? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Just doing a little live here, getting my stream in for the day. Was on the road earlier. He said nothing off the top of your head. My stars require help from a more sober deafness. From a more sober deafness. Wow. Jeez. That's crazy. So, y'all need me to be sober to help you. I know where my mind is right now. Those bastards, how dare they leave early? Nah, it's all good. How you doing, Dev? Feeling? Oh, I'm feeling good, man. Had a couple drinks. That's it. Just hanging out. A couple Captain Cokes. Just chilling, relaxing. You know, it's been kind of a crazy last month and a half again, 2 months, and especially after the 24-hour stream. But we're good. Life's good. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing, right? So, all right, guys. You guys got anything for me? Really enjoyed the interview with Striker. Yeah, we'll probably do it again. That's good. Everyone else in here doing good. What's up, Wicked? How you doing, brother? Good to see you in here, man. I have my own battles. If you can't get over it, it's so powerful. Will overcome related to usage. What is it? All your portages or personal stuff you had to get through. Um. So it's kind of interesting. Actually, Eric, I'll talk about this for a minute. I'm never shy to talk about my my recovery from drugs and everything else. And again, guys, some might say, "Oh, this guy's, intoxicated off liquor or whatever." Like I've told you guys, I've never had an issue with alcohol, and the reason being is because my dad was an alcoholic, and I know what that did to me. And some would call me a hypocrite and say, "Well, aren't you a former drug addict?" Absolutely, I am. I grabbed addiction. I got addiction probably inherited family. Not saying that's my excuse of why I did it, but I understand that. And I will drink once, twice if it's like a special weekend, maybe 3 times a week. And like on Thursday night, like last night, Thursdays, I literally had a drink and a half. I had the drink during the thing. Balls told me to make another drink, so I made a drink and I drank half and I dumped the rest out. Like by the time I went to bed, 3 hours later, I was 100% sober. But I was talking about this a little bit in the ride up here, and um, my biggest thing and my biggest message to anybody who is really struggling with any kind of form of addiction that's thinking about getting better or wanting to get better is honestly like you have to want it. You, it, you know, I know so many people that have been forced into rehab, have been forced into making a decision to get clean. Interventions, families, courts, whatever. If you're not willing and you're not wanting to really change, you just want to make it so you can get through your charges and make things better so you're not in jail or whatever. You go back to the same thing you were doing. Like that's just how it is. It's you making your decision on yourself of wanting to make yourself better for you. Accepting yourself, loving yourself, and realizing that, hey, I need to change. This is something I need to do. I need to change. And when you do that, and you're 100% bought in for yourself and nobody else, not your wife, not your girlfriend, not your mom, not your sister, not your kids, nobody. You, 100% you. When you decide that you want to do it, you can take the right steps to do that. Once you accept the fact that, you know what, you fucked up, Maybe you hurt a lot of people in your life. Maybe you've done some shit that you're not happy about. Maybe you don't. Maybe there's stories you could tell that people would be like, holy fuck, dude, what's wrong with you? But we all fuck up. We all fuck up one way or another, whether it's drug related, financial related, relationship related, in a job somewhere at some time in our life, whatever it might be. We all fuck up. It's accepting that we fucked up, and it's knowing that you want to make a decision to better yourself and get better for you, nobody else. There cannot be anybody else that you want to do this for besides yourself. And when you decide you want to do that, it's it's a lot easier than it is being forced upon. I've had, about a month before I decided, I had people apparently trying to decide if they're going to give me intervention. And this was told to me after I went through everything and did everything. And they all said that if we just do that, if he doesn't want it, what does it matter? Like, he's not gonna change. He's not gonna, or he might go through whatever he's got to go through, and that's it. I'd say the biggest issue is thinking too much about what someone is going. Yes, okay. I want to. Yeah, 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 yeah. I want to touch on that. Okay, and I've said this before. I like this. I mean, I like having conversations like this. This is the shit that I enjoy because this is what I feel my message hopefully can reach or touch somebody else from my own personal shit. So that's exactly it, Eric. You're one, or yeah, Eric. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you being active and being engaged in the topics and the stuff you're putting in here. Um, because it's important. It is very important. So, what someone is going to think about you, knowing that you're a fuck up, like, right? I mean, there's if you're a drug addict and the label of a drug addict, right? Regardless whether you're shooting needles or you're popping pills or you're fucking doing whatever it is you're doing, knowing, knowing, knowing that what people are going to think about you. And here's the hardest part for anybody that wants to actually decide to get themselves better. And here's the hardest part for them, or the fear. There's two things, right? There's one, what are my parents going to think about me? And if you have kids, what are your kids going to think about you? And two, when I walk in the door of a rehab facility, right? Everybody's going to look at me. What are they going to think about me? But guys, think about this. You go into a rehab facility, everybody, probably including the counselors that work there, right? That are going to talk to you, interview you, help you, whatever, get you on track, are all addicts, recovering addicts, one of the two, right? But the family thing is the toughest part. The family thing is the hardest part. And I'm not going to say that every single family out there is 100% supportive, because if I said that, I would be lying. I would 100% be lying if I said that. I come from a family that's not. I mean, I did lose a cousin that overdosed, that had a drug issue, but he wasn't really accepted much in our overall family, right? So besides him, and again, he wasn't accepted much, right? Because he was such a drug addict, years and years and years and years. So I come from a family where drug use is not, at least as far as what anybody know or is known of, knows or uses, right? So now all of a sudden I'm this guy that's kind of shadowed or the fucking drug addict or the whatever, right? And then you get the feeling of acceptance. Who's gonna accept me? How are they gonna accept me? And again, I'm gonna tell you that I'd be lying if I said 100% of the people, parents, whoever, relatives, spouses, if there's an issue and they don't know about it, you're going to come forward and come clean. I'd be lying to you if I said everybody's going to accept it, right? But I would tell you that 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, once the truth is out, once you tell them your problem or your issue, and once you decide that you want to do something different for you and you want to get yourself straight and get yourself clean for you, and once they know that and they can start to figure out how they can help support that, they will do that. And I'm losing people quick, I guess. This getting real stuff is hard. I get it. I understand it's getting late. Um no, it's all good, Greg. Appreciate you, brother. Um thanks for stopping in, brother. But my family still looks at me sometimes like I don't know what mental illness shit. But you know what? I think deep down inside, here's what I'm trying to get to. Here's what I'm trying to get to. I think deep down inside, there is a certain respect factor and an acceptance factor. Even if they don't act like they accept you, I feel like it's there. Like, love is love, right? So if you're, let's just say this for an example, if you're in a relationship with somebody and they truly love you, right, till death do us part, whatever, all the shit, if you get married, whatever, but let's really talk about it. Like, we're not perfect. None of us are perfect. And whether we got addicted to a drug or a pain pill, or we had a gambling issue and we're a gambling addict, or we blew all our money on this, or you know, we just washed shit away. We were addicted to scratch tickets at a fucking gas station, or whatever it is, right? Love is love. And if somebody truly loves you, truly cares about you, they will be there through thick and thin. And if you are strong enough to and brave enough to embrace it and to fucking man up and say, hey, I have this issue, I need help. If they truly love you, they will stand by you till the end. Guys, I tell you, one of my toughest conversations ever in my life was telling my kids with my ex-wife in the room that I had a pain pill. I was a drug addict, and seeing all four of my kids in tears crying. But after the conversation and after me accepting the fact that I was going to get myself better and get myself clean so I could be better, it was nothing but embrace and love. And it brought me and them so much closer. But if I would have hid that from them, and if I would have went and got myself clean and better, I feel like you're not being honest, right? Like there's an honesty thing. Like you have to be honest. I'm an honest person. I don't hold shit back, guys. I'm honest with you guys all the time. I'm open with you guys. I would answer any question you guys ever had for me. I would give you any kind of advice, the best advice I could give you. And I'm not saying I'm a PhD, I'm a doctor, I'm a fucking psychologist, nothing. But I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be honest with you. And that's just the person I am. And I want that same thing with people that are close to me as far as outside of this YouTube thing, like my family, my children, right? Put my family through some shit, but always been there for me. And they should be, right? They should be. Your family should be there. And if and here's what I have to tell you. Sometimes the truth is tough. Some tough love is tough. It is. And sometimes it is sometimes it's a bear. It's a battle, it's a war. But being honest, being truthful, and being upfront will get you a lot farther in life than fucking hiding shit. And hiding behind your issues, your fears, the things that bug you, the things that bother you. Leave it all out there. Don't 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 leave anything to chance, right? You have an issue, you overdose. You never had an opportunity to tell somebody that you had this issue and they could possibly help you, even though you feel so fucking ashamed because you're a drug addict. Don't tell them. As hard as it is, open up and tell them. I'm telling you, it's either going to bring you closer or it's going to show or prove to you how well someone cares about you. If they love you, they'll be there for you no matter what. No matter what. Oh, why I love history and Frank. There's no bullshit. Yeah, man, that's all I'm doing, man. I'm just, and I know it's hard for some people to watch, and I get it. Or people gotta go to sleep, I get it. If someone admits they have an issue, whether it be addiction, gambling, mental illness, X, should be embraced for, I think, admitting to yourself and realizing you've probably beat yourself to hell. Yeah, and that's the thing, guys. Like, as addicts, we beat ourselves to hell. We do it for a long time, and that's why we continue. That's why we continue to do what we do. That's why we continue to be addicted to what we're addicted to, because in our mindset we don't feel like there's going to be acceptance. We don't feel like anybody's going to give a shit. We feel like they're going to tell you, you fucking drug addict, fuck you, get out of here, right? Like, that's the mentality, that's the feeling, that's the take. And being honest and in saying what kind of problem or issue we have, I feel is way bigger than fucking than the issue at hand. To be honest with you, because the biggest thing we have, the biggest fear we have is telling our loved ones or telling people our issue. And we can hide that. We can hide that for a long time. Hell yeah. Like, dude, my issue, I could have hid that for years. Years and years and years. Probably 20 years. I could have, if I wanted to. But at some point, you gotta go head to head with yourself. You gotta look yourself in the mirror and you gotta say, what the fuck are you doing? Like, as much as your mind fucks you up and says, dude, you can't live without this shit. You'll never feel right again. You'll never feel. I tell you guys all the time, I never thought I could feel as good as I do now. Ever without shit. I told myself day after day as I snorted 30 Oxycontins up my nose with a fucking straw and shit in the morning to make me feel like I was Superman and be like, oh, I'm going to sell everything today, right? Because I could sell anyway. But I would do that to just fucking get me just ready to go. And I told myself, you'll never be able to feel like this without that. That's what my mind kept telling me. My mind kept telling me that shit over and over and over again. And I believed that shit. And then you just get to a point in your life, or doing it for so long, and doing the chase and the race to the bottom of the pill, where you just say, you know what? Fuck that. I'm better than this. And you look yourself in the fucking mirror, and you don't like what you see. Like, reality, you don't like what you see. And you see the fucking bad in it. Even though you've been tunneled, you've been pushed in a corner, you've numbed yourself from all your fucking problems and issues, and you blamed everything on everybody else, right? And now they're all gone because your body's numbed. You've numbed your bodies to the point that you fucking can't feel shit anymore, right? But there's some point in your life, whether you're able to live through it and you can tell yourself, you know what? You're fucking better than this, dude. You're fucking better than this. And this isn't going to be easy. This is going to be tough. But you're going to get yourself out of this shit. You're going to feel like hell for a while. You're going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. But you're going to fucking get yourself better. And you're going to bring yourself closer to the people that are truly in your life. And you do it. And once you get through it, and once you get past that hump and you push yourself through and you let those people know and they accept it and they embrace it and they love you more for it, you realize that it was the right thing to do and that you can live without it. And you can be successful in whatever you want to do, and you can feel normal, and you can actually you can actually have natural highs. Believe it or not, you could have fucking burnt out your fucking pineal gland, fucking primary gland, whatever the fuck that it releases shit, and feel like you could never get to that level again. But yet you can. You can still get a natural high. Just stop doing shit that makes you feel right. Doing something good for somebody, right? Like that's what I get my natural highs off of. And it feels good. Let's see what comments. The problem with me, I keep feeling like it will affect your livelihood or chance of employment and don't want people to take advantage of it. Okay, so again, Eric, that's a very good comment. So the problem with me is I keep feeling like it will affect your livelihood or chance at employment and don't want it. Okay, but let's take a step back on that for a second. Most employment places drug test, right? Like most places to actually work somewhere, you have to take a drug test. I mean, there's ways around passing that drug test, right? Even if you're on something, you're doing it. But even if you have a past history, there's always a way to fucking redeem yourself, I guess is the best way I can use it or say it. I'm trying to think of the right word to use. I would say redeem yourself. I mean, like, well, I have a mental disability disorder. Okay, yeah, I mean, and I would say that I do too. Like, if I'm being honest with you, I'm an addict, right? I would say that an addiction is a mental disease. Whether people want to actually classify it as or not, I would debate it all day, every day. It's addiction is a mental disorder. It's a disease. So we could either say that we just want to label it as something, or we can say that we want to work towards making ourselves better or putting ourselves in a position where we can move maybe not past that, but we can accept that. And again, it's acceptance, right? The reason why we get addicted to shit is because we don't feel accepted. It's at the end of the day, that's what it is. We don't feel accepted. There's something, history, past, present. There's something that makes us feel as we're not accepted. And the reason why we adapt or we push to those things is because it makes us forget about that. Most addicts don't feel accepted. And as they push themselves deeper and deeper and deeper, they feel like there's no other route or way out. And that's the lifestyle they have to live. And they accept it with the medication or whatever they're addicted or hooked it on. It's finding a way to live life without that chemical or that shit to offset that to make us feel accepted. I'm going to put it real quick and then delete the comment what I have. Okay. Oh, I got you, man. And I don't know a lot about it. Like again, Eric, I'm not a doctor, man. I'm not a psychologist. I don't ever say I am. I don't say I can be. I don't know how to diagnose that. I'm 100% alcoholic, and I'm trying to get past this. Okay, well, so Holland Bricks. Here's what I'm going to tell you, brother. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I know that saying things and being able to do things are total different spectrums, bro. I've been there. I've been there. I've been the person that's you. Only it's been pain pills and fucking cocaine. Right? So the first thing you need to figure out with yourself is how bad do you want to get sober? Like how much Hollenbergs, how much are you willing to give up to get yourself sober? And I'm going to ask you another question, and you can just think about this. You don't have to answer in the chat, dude. This is personal for you, but do you love yourself? Do you accept yourself? But ultimately, do you love yourself? And if you can't answer that to yourself as yes, then the first thing you need to do is you need to work on trying to find yourself. And what I mean by that is um, just digging back and trying to yourself personally or with the help of a professional, which is not me, but trying to go back and figure out where or why the drinking issue happened or why it happened. Why did I get why did I start drinking? Why did I become an alcoholic? Maybe write things down. Something I do, okay? Take a piece of paper, split it in half, put positives or things I love about myself, okay? And then on the other side, put things I don't like about myself, things I hate about myself. And I don't like the word hate. I absolutely do not like that word. I can't stand that word, right? I don't hate my worst enemy. I don't. I don't wish bad upon somebody, but split it in half, okay? And start writing down the positives that you see in yourself. And write down the negatives you see in yourself. And then start looking at some of those and start keying in on the ones you feel stick out the most to you, right? So the positives. And if your list is 20 positive things and 5 negatives or 10 negative things, then continue to focus on the positive side and try to eliminate more of the negative. If your sheet is split and it's 20 negatives and 5 positives, you need to work on yourself. Because you know what? I don't know each and every one of you. I haven't like hung out with each and every one of you outside. I don't know what you do on your day to day. Some of you could be fucking doing meth 12 days, 12 hours a day. I don't know. I'm not with you. And I'm not saying anybody is. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't know what anybody's doing. But what I can tell you is if these negatives outweigh these positives, there's soul searching that you need to figure out. But here's the crazy thing, Holland Bricks, is that you're in a live stream with me right now, right, bro? And you're saying, let me read exactly what the comment was. What's up, Johnny? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Yeah, exactly. So I want to read this so you can hear it from me. This is your comment. I'm 100% alcoholic and I'm trying to get past this. Okay, so like Jim just said, my boy Jim F in here too just says, respect to you. Dude, for you to even just say in a comment in a chat room, and I know you're not trolling, to say that is huge. You realize, that you need to change things, right? So, being you already know that much, you need to do some soul searching, brother. You need to you need to love yourself again. You need to figure out how you can love yourself again. You need to find yourself. You'll get there, man. I'm telling you. And you're thinking right now, like, I've been there. You're thinking right now, there's no way. There's no way. No, I can't do that. You just commented in a live stream and you just said, I am 100% alcoholic. You recognize it. You already know it. You're not denying it. There's no denying. There's no denial here. And the biggest issue and problem with people that are addicts or alcoholics is they deny it. You know it. You know you need to change. You just need to find yourself and you need to love yourself. And once you do that, you can start working on it. And again, I'm telling you, anybody, take a piece of paper, positives, positives, what you love about yourself. Negatives, okay? Negatives. Negative could be, you know, I go after people like too easily, or I attack them off a comment or whatever. I'm always crabby. Positives. I compliment, or I can recognize when someone's doing something good, and I can compliment them. I mean, there's a million things you can say. I'm just giving you guys examples, but all right, this is the first step. Exactly, man. It's definitely it, dude. I mean, it really is. Those in the community, you'll find many car collectors to help us. Yes, and the hobby is a huge help, guys. I would be lying to you guys if I said that the hobby it wasn't a big part of helping me and get me through, because I could cope with it. I could go into chat rooms and I felt like I had people I could interact with when I was trying to get clean and trying to stay straight. So I am talking to a counselor over it and the ball cards. Yes, that's awesome. So you're already seeking help as well. And here's what I would tell you, and I would tell anybody who is getting help, okay? Because a lot of times people that I know, a lot of people that have been in and out of rehabs and whatever and never really gotten themselves right, they don't listen, they don't understand, and they don't want to do it for themselves. I can't I can't say it enough. They don't want to do it for it themselves. They want to make somebody else happy. They want to make their spouse happy. They want to make their family happy. They want to make their mom happy, their dad happy. You gotta want to do it for yourself. For sure, brother. We're here, man. Everybody's here to help you, man. Absolutely. See, man, we got 11 people in here at midnight on a Friday night that are saying they're all here for you. Yeah, I mean it. It is what it is, and I'm cool with doing this. Asperger's is like ADHD, but on top of that, I do have ADD. But Asperger's comes with bad social skills and depression brings me down. I need to make myself happy. Yes. So, and again, like Eric, you understand that. You know that. Read what you just put in the comment. Like, read your own comment. You understand. It's an understanding. You understand that, right? You do. So it's all about taking the steps to get you to a point where you feel comfortable, where you feel like you can do it. And again, guys, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a I always support people in our community. I'm just trying to do what we can do, man. Like that's how it should be. But like I said, I don't know enough about those types of things. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a fucking psychologist. But again, I would say the same thing. Like, split a piece of paper, positives, negatives about yourself. Try to work through some of the negatives, but where you see the great positives, focus more on that. Take more energy to that. That's going to in turn make you more positive. I haven't seen anyone judge anyone in this. Nah, man, we don't. There's no judging here. Man, if there was any judging here, this channel wouldn't be a channel because me being a. Don't diminish the fact that you know that about yourself. That's a huge step. Yeah, it takes people a long time to know what they need to do to help themselves. Yep, exactly. Brady hit it right on the head right there. But that's exactly it. It's anything is possible. You can do anything you want in life. You could start a business. Any one of you guys could start a business if you wanted to. It's the mentality. It's what you want to sacrifice. It's how much you want to sacrifice. It's how much drive you want to put into it. It's how much fight you have in you. But any of you guys can do anything you want to. Any of you. 100%. Any of you guys can be a YouTube influencer, a partner with YouTube, and you know, I mean, anybody can do it. You just you have to you have a voice. Every one of you has a voice. And it's how you want to use your voice. It's how you want to utilize your voice. It's how you want to be heard, right? It's how you talk to people. It's how you communicate, right? And not only communicate, but it's how you communicate and you understand what other people are telling you. No judge here. Yeah, exactly. If someone judges in here, yeah, exactly. The hobby has definitely been a huge part of my life, especially last when my mom is diagnosed with cancer because of the guys was able to come in and hang out with. Yeah, man. I mean, dude, the hobby is huge. The community is amazing. And, like, I used to wonder, guys. Okay, so we talk about the acceptance thing, right? There was a time when, you know, my channel, when I decided that I was going to be open about shit and whatever. And it took me a while to decide that I wanted to do that. But I realized that when you decide that you want to just put it out there and you want to tell people and maybe hopefully hit somebody, you realize that there's way more acceptance than there is none, right? So yeah, there's gonna be people that they're just not fans, right? They're oh, this guy was an addict or he's a drug addict or whatever. I'm not gonna support this guy. I'd never support this guy. But it's not where we were. It's not where we were. It's where we are. Okay? Not where we were. It's where we are. It's where we're moving to. I have always wanted to pay it forward, but I've always wanted to pay it. Sometimes I don't look early enough. Your words too focused on as it is important. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just I don't know how else to. I do it my dumb ass brother every day, telling me I'm a failure, literally killing me. Okay, so Holland Bricks. Okay, right there. So, what I would honestly tell you, as much as he's your brother, he is giving you zero support. So don't hang around your brother. Like, honestly, I would just have a conversation with him politely and I'd be like, listen, if you're not gonna support me and try to help me better my life and you're just gonna put me down, I don't want to be a part of your life right now. And when you decide that you want to support me and you want to come into my life and help me, then we can talk. It's hard to find and work on everything, so your advice is very strong and cool. I really heard that before. If you, yeah, well, I mean, there's not, a lot of hobby channels are not gonna. Not every hobby guy is a recovering addict either. So I try to blend all. That's kind of the big thing with my channel and my push is focus on things that make your life exactly. Don't 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 utilize or use so much energy to those that aren't supportive. It's okay for your brother not to support you right now as being an alcoholic. It's okay for your brother to say that. I mean, that's his opinion. And you don't have to take anything or put that against him. But what you can do is you can decide if you want to be around him or if you want to distance yourself from him while you figure out your life and stop getting cut down and ripped. Isolated here to help our brothers in need. I'm down for all support. I appreciate you, Frank. You're ripping. Just tune out all the haters and just work out. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm just me. I'm not anybody special. I just try to focus and try to help the community as much as I can in any area or direction I can. And, luckily I have that experience, which is nothing I'm proud of, but I have that experience to be able to share and help with others, where not everybody is been a drug addict, nothing to be proud of. My father has his own issues that he displaces, so I can't really distance myself directly from him. Yeah, I mean, many know my story with my dad. Like, me and my dad talk, we're civil, but I don't have that father son relationship. I never have. And this isn't pity deafness. His dad is never around. That's not what it is. It's simply just knowing my story, just understanding my story. And again, that's another big thing I would tell people is people are always so quick to rip somebody or hate on somebody or oh, someone's using this or this to poor pity me. No, I actually say things and and tell people my life and open up so that people can just understand me. It's not that I want them to pity me or a feel bad party. Not at all. It's so they can understand me. They know where I'm coming from. Because believe it or not, there's people that have been in that same boat, same situation, and maybe somehow they can relate. That's what that's all about. It's understanding. But sometimes people don't want to understand people or understand what people say, so they just jump to whatever conclusion they want to. Uh, I appreciate it, Helen Brooks. Reach out, man, anytime. My email is open. You can hit me up anytime, bro. Something that you beat it in our trying to help others. Never. Yeah, I know. I know. But I mean, at the same time, I don't want to. I don't feel like it's anything crazy or special. Use it as fuel for your fire to get better. Just know you have support in every way you can. This community, we love all the members, no matter how. Yep, exactly. Yeah, for sure, brother. Anytime, man. Again, my emails are open. Um, we email enough. I'll get you. I'll even give you my phone number. I don't give a shit. Um, yeah, I know. I'm actually in the process myself of writing a book. Understanding how far you come is the easiest and hardest, just like your blind spot mirror. And that's a very good statement. So, um, I'm trying to figure out how I can answer that properly. That's a very good statement. So let me read that again. Understanding how far you come is the easiest and hardest, just like a blind spot mirror. Yeah. So, so I don't know that you can understand it unless you've done it yourself. Like you've like I don't think you can. 100% understand me, right? But you can see it. So, seeing something and understanding something are two different things. I don't think someone can 100% understand you or your story or what you've been through unless they've been able to feel all the waves. Like they've had all the emotional up and down feelings. They've had just all the feels. I'm trying to figure out how I can answer this better. That's a very good. That's a very good statement. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't think you can truly understand it. I just think you can see it, but you can't necessarily understand it unless you've been in the same boat, you've done the same things, right? I always say this, it's weird that the brain can't even explain itself. Yeah, you're right, man. You want to explain or say something and the brain can't tell it the right way. And you know why I think it is because you can't explain feeling. As much as you want to say feeling, you can't explain like you can't truly explain a feeling. You can show a feeling to an extent with somebody, but you can't explain it. Anyone can listen and offer. Yeah, exactly. No, no, no. Exactly, Night Lord. You're exactly right. I understand. I've been there, and it is a strong situation. Then you can understand. Yeah, but anyone can listen. Yeah, and they can listen. They can understand it by the way they hear it, or while they listen to it. And again, it's hard to you can and you can. I mean, you guys are good tonight, man. This little group is good. It's really tough to overcome an addiction. I can't believe how hard it is talking to a counselor. House. Well, and that's a whole nother thing. Talking to a counselor, you have to build trust with that person you're talking to. So that's not something you just create like right now. Like you just go sit down with someone and you go, you know what, I'm going to tell you everything about me. I'm going to tell you all the stories. I'm going to tell you all my issues, all my problems. Like, you have to entrust that person. I've been there. I know how that is, man. But once you find somebody that you truly trust and you can connect with, like I still go to rehab and once a month I meet with a counselor. And when I meet with my counselor, I've had the same one for fucking a long time now, and I appreciate it and I love it because he understands me and he can get me. Like he will. There are most sessions I go in with him that I will be in tears by the end of the session with whatever's happening or going on in my life. And as much as I try to avoid it, he knows when I'm trying to avoid it, and he pushes back to go back to here. Let's talk more on this. So spinning your wheels beats talking to yourself about it. Nah, man, yeah, I'm glad we can talk about it. How about? I'm surprised I've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes. I was gonna get off in about 20 minutes in. No, that's good because they don't know. Han Brooks, the biggest thing I would say is don't try to do everything at once. Start small. Yeah, I mean, it's like anything. It's like anybody in anything that they're going to tell you one day at a time, right? One day at a time. That's how it always is. It's always one day at a time, guys. You always got to push. Even when your year's good, it's still a day at a time. It's still a battle. It's still a fight. It's still a. Yep. Yep, for sure, guys. What up, Case Cards and Comics? I can't believe we're still live, but we've had a good conversation here. So, my dad always taught me relationships are like puddles, lakes, and oceans. Puddles are shallow, lakes are deeper, often friends or colleagues, but oceans are what you should search for. Yeah, it's a good. You need someone that's been in your shoes. Yeah, exactly. Like that's why I don't think any drug or addict, alcohol counselor should be someone who just went to college and just got a degree. They have. I feel like they should be a recovering addict because they can't 100% relate. I actually talk about that in my interview, whether it's in the part of the interview because it's edited with the Sports Card Nation podcast that's going to be dropping soon. So you might be named deafness, but you show sign deafness, more like depthness. That's why I have my in depth with deafness on Monday nights, brother. No, I appreciate that, man. It's absolutely unconditional jump puddles, wade into lakes, and dive headfirst to your ocean. What's up, Case? I've seen you in here before. Good seeing you, brother. Oceans love you. They forgive our shortcomings. They just get you when you find an ocean. Invest with all you have. Dude, that's deep, man. I love that. Different stream. I was looking to see, but support is here for whatever needs it. I appreciate that, Frank. Yeah, you never know what I'm really gonna bring when I go live, unless it's like a Tuesday in a card auction or you know, in-depth interview with whoever, and you don't know what that's gonna do either, where it's gonna go depending upon the guest and what they have to say. But um, that's what I like. I like to diversify and you know, do different things. Brady, because I was driving out of town. I didn't really want to do a car stream, and by the time I got here, BITG was live, and I just figured I'd do it after he got done. So yeah, I mean I drink too, like, but I don't. I'll never become an alcoholic, and I know that if I would have, I would become an alcoholic years ago instead of a drug addict, like a pain pill addict. That's just how it is. One of these days, because I know, myself, I know my dad, and I lost my dad from alcohol. And again, people might say I'm a hypocrite because I became a drug addict, but I was always still there for my kids. I didn't miss time ever with my kids doing that. And then I just got myself clean. One of these days, I hope to be able to bid on cards. Oh, no, dude, it's all good, man. Just hanging out. You don't have to buy anything for my channel or do anything, dude. I just appreciate you hanging out, man. Anything to help you. That's what I love. I wouldn't say they should be. I wouldn't say they should be added on, but I agree they should in some way be directly impacted by addiction so they understand. No, well, yes. I But again, I think that deep down, I think the real way to relate to somebody is that they've been in that position, like they've had the actual feeling, or they've been through withdrawal, they've been through all that. They've actually felt that themselves, not felt it from somebody else. Again, I still think if it's related, yeah, that's fine, but I still think it's deeper if it's somebody who's actually been. Just because your brain body made mistakes doesn't mean you cannot. No, yeah, we're all human, bro. We all make mistakes, and that's the one thing that you need to think about in anybody who feels ashamed or whatever is that the beautiful thing is if you're still breathing, you're still alive, and you still get that opportunity. You can change and you can do whatever you want to do and make the best of it, and you can change at any time. But you gotta want to do it. Not anybody else. Not anybody telling you. Not anybody forcing you. Not courts. Nothing. You gotta want to do it, and you gotta accept and love yourself. You gotta find yourself. Well, it's all right, buddy. Good night, brother, man. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with us. So the sun comes up every. Yep, exactly. And every day you get that opportunity, make the best of it. You can change yourself at any time. You gotta want to do it. That's what it comes down to. So, a lot of support here in a place you never thought us cars to occupy at times. Stay away from that. Yeah, I mean, drink or drugs or whatever, you know. So, but but I don't know, guys. I think I'm probably good. What time is it? We've got an hour and 20 minutes. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So I think I'm probably good. If you guys are good, call it a night. I want to appreciate you guys popping in. I really want to thank y'all for hanging out. I want to thank anyone who kind of opened up themselves. Man, put it out there. Have a good opportunity coming my way as a surly bird guy. Will make a lot of money, but can't be. Well, there you go, man. So you have an opportunity in front of you. You understand what you need to do. So take advantage of it, man. It's like the perfect opportunity. I mean, really, it couldn't play out any better. Like really, it could not play out any better, man. So I love you guys, man. Yeah, hey Frank B, Eric, Johnny W, Case, Holland Bricks, Jim F, love you brother, Derby, Night Lord, Brady. Let's see anybody else. All right, guys. I think that's who's in here now. So if I missed somebody, I apologize, but that's probably not what you thought the stream was going to be. But no, man. But that's what I love, man. It can be anything. It can go to any level. I don't really care because that's what I love. This channel is everything. Any way it can help somebody, I appreciate it and I love it. All right, guys. Love you all, man. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be streaming tomorrow sometime. So love you. Good night. Be good.